deer.
Can I do the third student?
Oh,
okay, so now we have to decide who's student A, student B, and student C.
I really don't care.
Does anyone have a particular one they
I
want
would
to do?
like to be C, because I already know the answer to the question.
How much everything is?
No, I already know
Okay, so
like which type is best for which animal, and then all I have to do is like look it up and figure it out.
Okay.
so do we have to do a horse specifically?
No, I'm giving examples of animals. Those are just the 3 that I thought of when I was coming up with this.
Okay.
You can decide amongst yourselves what animals you want. You don't have
Can
to
we
do
keep
the ones.
peacocks?
No, it's too obscure. You know how long it's going to take to find out all the information we need for peacock?
No,
Lord.
great uncle's
Okay,
farm friends.
so if
have
she's
peacocks.
C, Cody, you're Brandon, who's A.
You want to flip for it?
I'll be A. Or do you want to be A?
I don't really know which one I want.
What's the other one?
Figuring out the
A, B.
land.
A or B? Okay, I'll do that.
It's just gonna take.
You're going to be Cody?
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, so that you're both not researching things you don't need to figure out, what animals are you doing?
Yeah.
That should not be a me decision. I wanted peacocks, and that was overruled. So.
Are you doing like
Well, I'm sorry.
horse, chicken, and cows? Are you doing pigs and sheep? Are you doing
How many
horse
animals
and-
do we have to have?
You can have however many you
However
want
you
because
want.
it's your farm. It just adds
we're
some
gonna have
money.
anchors, so it can't be too much.
So if we have one animal, that's fine.
Let's do 2.
I would like 2,
Okay.
but
Let's
like
do
you.
That's what I meant.
But I'm not
What's
giving a
the
max
minimum?
limit. Okay, minimum
Minimum
2.
is 2.
Minimum 2 animals.
Yes,
Cow
babe,
and
what were you
chicken.
saying?
Cows and chickens.
Mhm.
How many head of cattle?
You'll figure that out later. Just worry about
Yeah.
cattle and chicken right now.
But doesn't that
Yeah,
mean
facts.
we need to know how many for how much
It
fencing?
definitely affects.
Well, that's
And
what
how
that's what
much-
your job is.
That's okay.
Read
How
it
much
out.
of what is what you're going to figure out once you all figure out how much it is like individually.
Yeah,
So for example,
you need to figure out how you get to figure out
the
how much
unit
you
rate for fencing doesn't change through the
Right.
amount that
Because
you're
we
going
have
to
10
buy.
acres.
Right.
So you want to fill up the whole 10 acres.
No, leave an acre.
Leave an
So
acre.
9.
Okay.
So,
Well,
I'm just gonna do it until.
Or would you
let's
rather
do 2/3. How about that? So like leave 3 acres empty at a time. So we'll have cow and chicken in the other ones. So like we can rotate the fields. That way we don't replenish the resources.
So you want to do half and half then and make the numbers easier? And you can swap back and forth basically? Keep them together if you want still, but only use
Well, you want to
half
have
at a
the
time.
cows by themselves and the chicken.
You're not
Leave
going to
them.
mix
You
them at
don't
all.
mix them together.
Right.
So we have to have enough. We won't have to have near as much for the chickens because we don't have to do near as much as them as we would cow. So
Like you just feed chickens. That's all you do.
no, you don't have to feed them. That's the point of moving the
Free
cars
range.
because it's all free range.
Yeah.
You let the cows shit everywhere, and the chicken will eat the larvae from the flies and stuff that feed it.
Okay, I didn't engage in it. Thank you.
Well,
And then the manure fertilizes the land, so when you keep rotating it, the land's always fresh.
Okay, figure out the kinks of everything after you figure out
Seriously.
the basics for how much everything would cost.
Alright.
so you
So
just,
when you're researching it, don't think about how much would it cost for 15 cattle. Literally think of how much is 1 cattle.
Okay.
Because once you figure
My
that out, then
question-
you won't figure out.
my question literally says, does the amount per animal change if the quantity of that given animal changes though?
So when you're researching it, it'll give you examples. So like for example, when you research, I know this from experience, when you research how much land a pig needs, it gives you, if you have 1 pig, if you have 6, if you have 15, if you have 20, you just
Yeah.
write that down.
So just take multiples and then decide?
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm creating a fence to keep cattle in, that's just one huge fence for a whole bunch of cattle.
Well, we're sectioning off the farm, so.
So
free range.
how much is one section?
Well, we gotta figure out
1
how much
acre.
land each animal needs, and then
Okay, this-
because each section might be like a third of the 10, so.
Right, but in order to do my question, I need to know how much of a fence I need to build to keep cattle in.
Do we just want to have 3 fields? That way, there's 2 fields occupied at a time.
That's fine.
Because in order to build a fence for cattle, you have to have posts and wire. So You have to know how big it is.
You don't have to figure out how much for the entire fencing yet. You need to figure out how much it would be per unit of fence. For example, how much per 6 feet of fence.
Okay, so
Okay.
see how many cattle we can fit
Then
in
once
3
you all
acres.
decide, after you figured out everything, how much
3
land
acres.
you
What
want.
essentially you want to know is you want to know how much is one post
Yes.
per
Right
6
now in the
feet.
research, I want to know how much one thing is. Then you all can, once you figured that out, you can get together and say, okay, well it's $70 for this much fencing, blah blah blah.
Go find out what the CSF password is. Wi-Fi password.
This is gonna be the moment where the teacher leaves the room and they're all gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Totally.
We should do something on our camera for it.
I'm gonna vomit.
You okay?
I literally felt like
She's fine.
CSF WKU 33. No capitals. I hope that this picks up the sound because my laptop when I did my last one with Liz didn't pick up sound very well. That's why I used my phone this time. Man, Cody's using my laptop, so
Mhm.
we would just be his face in the camera the whole time.
Alright, let's see.
It's looking like 3 to 4 acres per cow calf pair.
So
So
we have 2 to 3.
cow and the calf.
Okay.
So I guess if you're just talking full grown cows, you could say 2 acres per, pretty safely.
okay.
Okay, so 3 for 3 acres, that would be too much. So we're not gonna have any cattle.
Not a whole lot, no.
Okay, if they're free range chickens, that means I'm not building a fence to keep them in. They're all staying in the same fence, yes?
Yes, pretty much.
So we're building
But we're
one.
sectioning it off though.
Right,
3.
but it's still going to be the same type of fencing if they're all going to be kept in the same fence.
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, because you'll have to do like, the black 3, and then you'll have to do probably like chicken wire on the inside of that.
Okay.
Are you fencing the cattle and the chicken in the same fence?
Yes. Because
That was my
they're gonna be
question.
in the same.
Okay, do you want them in
Not
chicken
the same
wire or like
time.
this?
But
Right.
Yeah, like you'll just
Yes, that would work.
Okay.
Do
the
the
reason
cheapest
that
one though.
the reason we can't have very many on that amount of land is
They'll
it's without
raise it too
supplementing feed.
Because they'll raise it too much.
Right. If you
Okay.
want them to be completely free range and not supplement feed for the cow or
Right.
the chicken, then they need that much land.
Okay. Makes sense.
Or you'll
if
have
you
to-
want
Are we gonna
if you want
supplement
more. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking to the opposite.
You would
Do
you'd
we
have
want
to
the supplement feed?
you'd have to feed hay or something to go with more cattle on 10 acres than what we could fit right now.
Okay. Do we want to attempt that or just do free range? It'd be cheaper.
It's I mean we don't have a limit on cost, so if you want to take the cost up higher, then yeah we can do that, but it'll cost you the feed every year.
Right.
Whereas you can have less cattle, not have
Well,
as much
right now
money.
we're stuck with 2 cows, so we could up that to 4, 3 or 4, have a couple more.
Have to supplement for say
So like probably a third of their feed would be feed, and the rest would be the.
yeah, that's probably fair to say.
That's just like a general guesstimate.
Yeah.
All right, what kind of breeds do we want? Because we're not really going to be selling the cows for. Well, if it's only going to be a few animals, why don't we do horses instead?
Okay.
That way we can train them.
I don't know if the feed will be any different on that as far as how much land they need, but I can look it up.
Either way, the horse would be doing the same thing the cows would. They'll be pooping everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, basically.
Aren't horses as an animal are more expensive than cattle?
Yeah, sure.
As
Are
an
we gonna be
animal.
selling chicken though?
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I think that's what we're gonna have to sell.
Huh?
I I don't have any
But-
restrictions on what you're doing with the
but-
animals you get.
Chickens also produce eggs.
Okay, so we're just trying to
Hens
maintain
produce
a farm.
eggs, so you
Yeah.
can also sell eggs
But
as a profit.
free range.
And are they beef cattle or dairy? There's a difference.
Mm-hmm. That's you.
Well,
Because dairy cows you can milk and sell milk, but beef cows you actually have to slaughter and buy
right.
new cattle.
Alright, we got some breeds here for cattle. We got Holstein cattle, which are the black and white ones, Angus cattle, they're like